Hi there, thank you for joining with me this Sunday morning. You know, there are one or two things that make me smile in the Bible, and I'm just thinking when the Apostle Paul was writing to all those churches that were springing up around the known world, I think how often they were very much like us. Now I know the first Christians were jailed for their beliefs, for being Christians. Some were even put to death. Some faced the lions, and we don't have to face that. Though I'll confess that now and again I have met a few lions in the church and even the odd grumpy bear. But one thing that Paul faced was, and that we face, is he had to deal with the grumblers. And there's nothing worse. We meet them in life, don't we? When we see them coming, we duke up the nearest side street or gaze intently into a shop window until they pass. When I came to Bon Hill nearly 50 years ago, Bob Patterson, who was my near neighbour and minister, he said, "Ian, everybody will get to know your name, but the task will be how you get to know the names of those who come to speak to you. They've only one name to remember. You have hundreds. So can I suggest that tell them when they speak to you that they should say, 'Hello, Ian, I'm Mr. So-and-so. Hello, Ian, I'm Mrs. So-and-so.' And very soon you'll get to know all the so-and-sos in the congregation." Well, Paul also had to deal with so-and-sos in the early church, the grumblers. Nothing was ever right for them. They lived in a world of negativity. Now, the story is told of the fellow who signed up to be a monk in one of those silent orders, and they were only allowed to say 2 or 3 words every year. And so at the end of the first year he got his chance and he said, "Porridge cold." At the end of the second year he got his second chance and it was, "Porridge lumpy." At the end of the third year he just said, "I quit." One of the other monks said, "I'm glad he's gone. He was always complaining anyway." Well, all of us, sometime or other, usually have something to moan about, something to complain about. A minister one Sunday morning found an anonymous note in the pulpit and it just had one word written on it. It said, "Fool." So that morning he held up this note to the congregation and said, "I've often known of somebody writing a letter and forgetting to sign their name. But this is the only instance I've ever known of somebody signing their name and then forgetting to write the letter." We all know them, don't we? They're good at highlighting what is wrong, but not so good at finding solutions. And Paul had to deal with them in the early church. And Moses had to deal with them as well. They complained. Moses had brought them out of Egypt, and they said, "You brought us out to starve. We're going to die." You know them. The people are never happy. Someone once said, the best way to prevent weeds is not to attack them individually. The best way to handle weeds is to have a healthy lawn, which keeps them from springing up in the first place. Wouldn't it be good if we could see a problem and just say, "Here I am, Lord, use me. Act first and grumble later." I think it's good advice for all of us. God bless you. God bless you this week and always. Thank you for joining with us.